Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the AEW Unmatched Series 3 John Silver figure from Jazwares. As I've said before, I love the Dark Order, and John Silver is super entertaining and hilarious, so I was definitely excited to get this figure, so let's get right into this review. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, Jazwares did a pretty good job here with John Silver, and it looks pretty good. Likeness on the face is pretty accurate. I mean, again, this wave is the face sculpts have looked a little cartoony, but I mean, you can John in particular, you can tell that the sculpt is there, just kind of like the not lack of paint, but the kind of very basic paint application, which I think just kind of makes it look that way. And yeah, by being beyond that, I'm definitely happy with it. Proportions are good. However, I mean, it's gonna be hard to you don't have the thickness of Johnny Hungie's thick arms, so those are a little disproportionate just to his actual build. But I mean, overall, I think it looks good and it looks proportionate as a figure. Not only that, but we got nice clean paint on the ring gear. So you can see silver on the back with the 4, and then we got the Dark Order symbol on the knee pad, his kick pads, just kind of basic boots, so no paint there. And yeah, just overall, definitely looks pretty good. So we got a pretty good loadout of accessories here, as the Unmatched series has tended to come with. So let's get right into it. And starting with hands, we get our standard C grips right out of the box, both left and right. Then we get a couple of fists. And finally, as with this entire wave, we have the Dark Order hand gesture for the right hand. And then we also get 2 head sculpts. We get the, right out of the box, we get the more stoic, kind of straightforward face sculpt. And then the alternate head is the exuberant yelling face, which is, looks actually extra good with the whole animated style. Again, would have been nice to see some like dry brush or something on the beard, but other than that, looks good. Then we get his entrance gear, so the kind of vest jacket deal. Looks really good. The material, it's nice and flexible. So we get the purple with the silver accents, which looks really cool. And then we get, of course, the Dark Order symbol. It says Dark Order and his silver with 4 in it. So yeah, that looks really cool. And then finally, as with this whole wave, we get a pack of the AEW cards, and just seeing what I got out of this one. Pretty much everyone I got in this wave so far has been like damaged packaging from Ringside. So yeah, a little bit of damage here on the card, so definitely not mint. But so let's see, we got a Britt Baker, Billy Gunn, and a QT Marshall. And again, your results will vary because they just randomize the cards. So yeah, that is accessories. Some good articulation and balance, as you can see, going on here for John Silver, and breaking it down from top to bottom as we do. We are once again on a ball hinge for the head, as we are with all the AEW figures, so we can look up really well. Can even look down really well despite the beard sculpt, because they allowed enough space between the neck and the top of the pecs to actually get a little bit of down, so that's really nice. Then not really any tilt, not really too much room under that head sculpt. When we come to the shoulders, we are at our hinge and swivel, and you can hear that ratchet. This wave has been very ratchety. And we come to the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, bringing us to, actually, we can get more than that. I think joints are definitely tighter on this wave too, because they've used a like tighter plastic. So as you can see, you can fold in half. I gotta loosen up the second half of this joint. Yeah, I'm not totally a fan of that new, like kind of harder plastic, but is what it is. And then we have a ball joint in the diaphragm and at the waist. So we're getting all of our motion there. We get some really nice crunch, some really nice back. Then coming down to the hips, and we get almost full splits, just very nice range. We get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, not hindered too much by those knee pads. We get boot swivel, and then we get some really nice point. We get a little bit of forward, and then we get some really nice rocker. So that is articulation. Getting in size comparisons, here he is with the rest of the Dark Order wave, minus Brody Lee, because I'm still waiting to get one, with some other wrestling figures, with some Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters, Finally, with an Articulated Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the AEW Unmatched John Silver figure is that this is a pretty solid figure. Again, I'm not really a fan of the new plastic or the new form of plastic that Jazwares has been using for the AEW figures, but despite that, I think it's still fun to articulate. And again, the proportions here are a little bit off, and the scaling is definitely a little bit off. But other than that, like, definitely a good figure and worth putting into your collection, especially if you are a fan of Dark Order, if you love AEW, and if you're just collecting wrestling figures in general. So definitely pick this up if you see it, or I will also have descriptions in the descriptions. I'll have links in the description below to where you can pick up yours. So please check that out. And yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, there are other ways to help the channel written in the description as well. So please check those out. And one last time, ultra thanks to you for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.